Hey everybody, my name is Chase. Welcome back to another Sensei YouTube tutorial video. As always, these videos are dedicated to making you guys Sensei masters. Today's video is going to be on our 3D designer. So if you're a little confused on where to find some things, maybe you want to learn how to do quotes a little bit quicker, this is going to be the video for you. Without a further doubt, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want you to do from anywhere that you are in the system is you can click this plus button, this add, and click create quote. Next, you're going to scroll down. You see the Sensei 3D. We're going to go ahead and click that. So when this loads in, we are going to have to pick a state. For this, I am going to go to North Carolina. And just to make sure I have all the options, I am going to click American Building Network. That is the manufacturer, and click yes to proceed. Now, as you can see, we have loaded into the estimator. One thing that I do want everybody to understand is all of the options that are in the 3D designer come straight from the manufacturer's pricing book. So if you're looking around, you can't see an option, you don't find it, you watch this video and you still can't find it, more than likely it's because that option isn't in the manufacturer's pricing book. If you would like that option added, get with the manufacturer, get a price for it, and send it on over to us, and we'd be happy to get these put into the system for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I am going to do is I am going to change this building from a carport to a garage. And as you can see, the building type at the top left-hand corner, I can select from carports. We can see our standard, triple wide, utilities, and our risk 2. You can see our garages. The next box open, we can do a standard, triple wide, lean-to, and a risk 2. Commercials, 32 to 42 here, 42 to 70 here. Barns, same thing, 12 to 24 in the center, up to 140 feet. We can do a raised or a straight roof. And then you can do your freestanding lean-to or your freestanding buildings, wherever you would like to start. The key for these building types is to cut down on the time that it takes for you guys to do your quotes. So I am going to start with a triple wide garage. This is a confirmation some manufacturers have based off of local code or if it's needed upgraded for the PSF. I'm going to click confirm, and our garage is going to pop up. So before I really get into the tabs on the left-hand side, I would like to direct your attention to the icons on the right-hand side. Some that you're going to be using more than others, some you probably won't ever use, but this is a good place to start. The background button, if you noticed, our old Sensei used to have that background. It is available again. You can see Pilot Mountain here in the background. That is completely optional. Whatever you like, whatever you prefer, you can use that background or not. If you want to give us some feedback, the next icon up, you can give us some feedback. If you click the zoom out button, it's going to zoom out, or it can zoom in. You can also just zoom in or zoom out using your mouse and or pad on your laptop. If you do a full view, it just takes our panel from the left-hand side away. That way you can see the entire structure. That's going to be used on your large structures to make sure everything looks good, looks right before you advance. Rotate. Once you click it, it starts rotating. What I like to do for the examples, I'll let it rotate all the way back to the beginning. And then what I'm going to do is click it once more when it has reached the end. There we go. We do have an inside view. So if you'd like to see the inside, there you can see it. We do have our post going on the gable ends now, which is a really huge update. Thank you, development team, for that. And then the top 3 are going to be the ones that you guys are going to be using the most. The first one is our frame only option. When you do this, it does make the panels see-through. And the reason that is because if I'm doing doors or windows and I need to place them on a sidewall, I want to make sure I place them in between, or if I do place them on a post to notify that I do add the additional cost for that. So that's why we have the frame option there for you. We have our measurement button. If you notice when you select the measurement button, it will give you your measurements. If you can tell, this door is 10 foot 6 inches, 10 foot 6 inches from the right and the left. It is a 9 by 8 door. And I can see all the options with that as well. Peak height is 15 foot 9 inches. Eave height is 12 foot tall. I believe it is a 312 roof pitch. The next icon is our center align. I'm going to show you this icon just in a little bit when we get down to the doors and windows tab over here on the left-hand side. It will center all of the options on that wall, that selected wall for you. So we did go over the building type, right? Now we're going to go into the built-in size. The building name can be edited. Let's say you wanted to say Terry's Garage. Make it a little bit more personal. It will come up on the quote as Terry's Garage. The roof style right now is vertical. I could make it A-frame, or some manufacturers still offering regular roof. That will be an option there as well. I am going to change this length to 50 feet so that I can show you that the pricing here will change, will update. But one thing I would like you to know, let's say that manufacturer updates came out and the 30 by 50 is no longer 14,410. Let's say now it's 12,500. We can highlight that, put 12,500. That way that we can always have the correct pricing in our system, right? If you like some popular sizes, they are here below. At the height, we have 1413, same thing. If it's going to be 1200 or any other change, we can make that change. We have our roof pitch options here. We also have cupolas now. So we have a cupola here. If we turn it here, we can see that on the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a 3x3 for better visuals. I'm going to put 3 of them on there. And as you can see, we have those cupolas evenly spaced out running upon the ridge. Looks really good. And that is your built-in size tab. So the name of it, size, make some changes to the price if necessary. You can add your cupolas here, and you can change your roof pitch, and you can also change the gauge of the material that you're using. This manufacturer only allows 14 gauge. It automatically goes to 12 gauge once a certain PSF has been reached. It isn't a charge that they will allow just to charge it to upgrade. Lean-tos. So wraparound lean-tos, barn dominiums have become so popular in this industry. So what have we done? We've tried to help out a little bit on our end. We have our front lean-tos. We have our left lean-to. If I select this tab, it'll allow me to put a right lean-to on there, or we can do a back lean-to. But what most people want is that wrap feature. So you have your wrap here, wrap here. If I scroll down, we have 2 more wraps. How do you know which is which? If I select this wrap here, it's going to put it on this front left corner right here, right? If I select this wrap, it's going to put it on the front right corner. And if you notice, they each go about halfway down the building on the sides, right? So let's say that I just want the lean-tos to come all the way back to the end, but I don't want a back lean-to, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to select length. I'm going to put 50 in here. And there we go. I'm going to go to the right, spin this around, length 50 as well. So I now have my lean-tos going all the way around the front, left, and right side of the building. If you notice here, I can tell that that's a 12 wide lean-to. Yes, you make changes to the width if necessary. Again, it goes by the manufacturer's options, of course. And that is how you manipulate your lean-tos. You can also change the height. Now, sometimes when you change the height, let's say I want this one to be 10, it's going to show a warning message. Why? Because you have a 10-foot tall lean-to on the front and only 7-foot tall lean-tos on the side, it won't wrap. So what do I have to do? I click done. I go to my right. We're going to go to 10 feet. I'm going to go to the left. We're going to go to 10 feet. And to get it all wrapped over again, we're going to select our wrap and our wrap. So that's how you can change the lean-to sizes, the height, and you can also change the roof pitch as well, as you can see here, to match exactly what your customer is looking for. The next tab I'm going to be going over is the sides and ends tab. Click this box real quick so you can see all of our lean-to options here, right? If you want the building to be vertical, sides and ends, vertical. And it does change, and it does update the pricing. To prove that, I'm going to take this off, put it back to horizontal, and as you can see, all of our pricing has changed. If they want a storage, we can do back storage, left storage, and right storage. So if I were to click back storage here, it automatically goes to 45 feet for this example. Now, when I drop this utility closed area down, if you notice it's all divisible by 5 because it is 5 foot on center. So if you were on 4 foot on center, you would have numbers like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and all of those numbers as well. So it will automatically update to make sure that that wall can go on a post. I can do the same thing for my left or right storage, whatever is necessary. Now, we can do the same thing for our front lean-to, right? Let's say we really want a closed front end on that lean-to, right? So we go to our sidewall, because on a lean-to that counts as a sidewall, and we now have an enclosure of the sidewall as well. I'm going to open that back up for this example. This is where you handle your drop-down panels, your 6-foot panels, your 9-foot panels, your half enclosed, full enclosed. Whatever enclosures that you need will be under your sides and ends tab. Wainscot. You go to colors, obviously you can change your roof color, your wall color, your trim color, but if you keep scrolling all the way to the bottom, you'll see wainscot. And you can add that there. I am gonna leave it the color of the roof and trim. What I am gonna do is I am gonna change the color of that wall. Not a huge fan of sandstone, but I do like charcoal. Make that quick change right there. Everything looks good. We're gonna go to our doors and windows. Now, a couple of things on your doors and windows. How do you know what wall you're placing it on? If you look here, this is your active wall. This is a wall that you're going to be placing frame mounts, your roll-up doors, your walk-in doors, your windows, window frame mounts, walk-in door frame mounts. Everything that you need will be based off of this active wall. So let's say, for example, we have that storage utility area in the inside, right? So just to make sure that I can see that, I want to click inside. There it is. We can see it clear as day. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select this active wall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put back storage front wall, right? So back storage front wall. So I'm going to add a walk-in door here. I'm going to do the 9 premium. Show you guys some of the options that we have. We can see that our distances are really nice here. I'm going to move this off to the left. I'm going to add another 9 premium. Sometimes this happens. Active wall, front lean, side wall. You go back storage, front wall. Add another 9 premium in there. There we go. Remember that center button that we talked about here? I'm going to click center align. Well, make sure my active wall is always selected correctly. I'm going to hit center align. Perfectly centered, perfectly even. And you can do that on any wall that you see, right? Now, I accidentally did put a walk-in door on this wall. I'm going to remove that. And if you notice, I'll show you just as an example, that anytime you select a door or window, that little pencil icon pops up. If you click that pencil icon, you can make adjustments to the size, the price. For roll-up doors, we have some color options. A note, if you leave a note here, this is like an easy way for you to show the customer that you're paying attention, right? You got 2 9x8s on a front wall and they want them centered, spaced evenly on the front wall, and you put spaced evenly on front wall. Then on your quote and on your contract, it will take that note and put it right beside those 9x8 front or 9x8 roll-up doors, right? So that's a really nice feature to communicate well with your customer. For that, here, click done. Now, let's say, for example, that I want to put a walk-in door on this left side wall here, right? I want to put a walk-in door on that left side wall. To make it super easy, I'm going to click View Center Building here. Then I'm going to click Back Storage Left Wall because I want to put it in this back corner right here. And let's say we just want to put a window here, right? 36-inch premium. Notice something. We now have our measurements, right? So I want to put this at 4.5 feet from the top to the bottom. We have everything squared away. Now, let's say I want to put a walk-in door on the other side of this left wall. We're going to do left, and we are going to add our walk-in door, right? If you notice, go all the way down, all the way here, 36 feet. But I need to know if that's on a post or not. So I'm going to click my frame on option. It's going to show me both of my components are in between legs, which is always a good idea to have, right? So that's how you utilize your view center building to make it easier when you have your lean-tos. And guess what? When I bring my lean-tos back, I'm only off. We didn't lose any of our progress with our lean-tos as well. So that's really neat. Makes it really simple and easy. View your center building, be able to put anything. Pay attention to your left, your active wall here, right? Make sure we're putting it on the correct wall, and make your changes as needed. Use that center align button to get them evenly spaced on a wall if need be. And that is your doors and windows, right? Do the same thing for frame mounts. If I want to put a frame mount on this lean-through sidewall, lean sidewall, good, we're there. framed openings. We'll add a roll-up frame out. And what I do enjoy about our system here is that I'm going to take this, I'm going to make it 10 foot wide. I'm going to make it 10 foot tall. And then to show you that, I'm going to make it 9 foot wall, 10 foot tall. There we go. And just to show you, when I take off the measurement button, as you can see, it will take away that piece of metal from the bottom, right? It does cut that out, so that is a true frame out. Looks really good. So that's how you add your doors and windows, how to get them center aligned. If you need to leave a note, remember you can always click on the little pencil, leave a note, change some sizes, add a 45-degree, or update the price, just like we did in the other pricing, right? Done, we're good to go. So the next tab is going to be options. These options are going to vary manufacturer to manufacturer. Whatever extra options are in their pricing sheets, they'll be located here, right? So right now it's built to local code. The installation, here are the installation options from American Building Network. You do single bubble. It will ask you to do roof only or the full building, and it will calculate appropriately. We have side connection fees that are already added because of our link tos. We can do a 26 gauge panel upgrade, do clear panels, colored screws, portal frames, updated screws. We can change that 4 foot on center here. So if we were to do that, it would change our back storage location, right? We could do 1 foot overhang on the sides and then 1 foot overhang on the ends. And those are visuals. You can see that overhang there. You need to add any anchors, you can add those as well, however many you need, and then the price for it. If there is something that is not in the system that you need to have taxable and commissionable, when you go to options, you can add other components. For example, I used to give the cupola as an example because we hadn't had cupolas, but now that we have cupolas, I can't do that anymore. So this one would just be something like a decor piece. I don't know, something that just needs to be added. Doesn't even have to be that. It can be something also customer responsible for lift, right? Put that lift in there. Put 1,500, whatever that lift cost is, and now you have a line item on your quote and your contract that you just created manually, right? And then underneath that, this is your installation surface. Put on asphalt, gravel, concrete, whatever you need. Photos tab. So the system will take photos for you. Whenever you save this and you haven't taken a photo, it'll actually spin the building around and give you shots of all angles. I do like to make sure that the measurement button is on for the photos because it just gives a better idea of the spacing, right? Now, if we need a certain photo, like they want to see that that's evenly spaced for those cupolas, we can click this photo button, takes a quick screen grab. We can give it a title. We're going to call this the cupola picture. My caps lock on. And we can also add a description if necessary. Cupolas evenly based on. Okay. And there you go. If you need to take photos, that's how you do it. I'm going to delete these notes and extras. Your notes here. Our quote form has a huge note box on the bottom left-hand corner of it. Make sure you go check out some of our other videos to see what that looks like. For this, I'm going to put lead times are less than 8 weeks once installation site is ready and permits are in hand, right? So we all need to make sure that the permits are taken care of and that that time does not start until the installation site is ready. So now you ask your customer a couple of questions. Is your job site level? Yeah, sure. Then 7 inches, right? 6 inches, 5 inches, something like that. Inside city limit? No. Installation ready? No. Electricity available within 100 feet? No. Permit required? Customer to verify. That just lets the customer know it's their responsibility to verify whether or not they will need that permit. Any of these additional charges are non-tax, non-commissionable fees, right? So if you have the equipment rental here, if you don't take commission off of that, this is where you put that. Engineered drawings, delivery fee, anything else you might need, and we also have a credit card processing fee in there as well. That can be set up in the settings. Check out our other video to check out how you can actually put those into your settings, start passing off that 3.5%, 3% that you're paying for your credit card onto the customer, right? So that's your notes and extras. Payments tab is very, very self-explanatory. This is where you're going to do discounts, your surcharges, your dealer deposit percentages, your payment modes, your tax details, everything relating to the money of the project. So we'll go to our manufacturer discount. Let's say we want to add a $3,500 surcharge, put that in there. If you notice, it does change it. You look here in the discounted price here, $3,500. And the reason you see that strike through here is because we do have a manufacturer discount of 15% currently on this building. It's something that American Building Network is offering. Tax details. I'm going to put 27030 tab. Do that one more time. Okay, if it doesn't pull up and you are using TaxJar, you can select in here and put that percentage in there. It will work. This is the beta version that we have going on for the tax. Dealer deposits, you have 20% that you collect as a dealer. That's your deposit. If the dealer is trying to get a discount to close the deal and it's coming out of their money, I can put 15% in there and save them some money on the deposit, right? Payment mode, we will be going over our cash financing RTO options in another video, so make sure you guys check out that video to see exactly how that works. And then last but not least, always check your summary. Look at the prices, make sure that everything is correct that we've added. Looking at everything that we've added, making sure it's pricing the way it needs to, that we didn't leave anything out. Wainscot, extra options, everything that we need. And then our small disclaimer here about colors and things like that. Once we look at it, it looks good. We're going to click X. And I am going to click the compare feature here. Now, the compare feature is going to work. Before I get into that, let me make this a little bit easier. I am going to take off our lean-tos for a moment. All right. Grab. Just to make sure that when we click our compare feature, that it does compare evenly. The way the compare feature works is as long as those options are available, then it will compare correctly. If you do a wraparound porch and compare it with a manufacturer that doesn't have a wrap, then issues may arise. My computer's. I have to start. It's work. Oh. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Just had to plug in my computer. Take that one, make sure we cut that out. So if I wanted to take off my lean-tos, I can. Let me put these back on. Now that I've taken off my lean-tos, I am going to click the compare feature. We'll drop this down. We'll click Carolina, and then we will click Eagle. And if we're looking at this apples to apples, American Building Network is $53,284. Carolina would be $32,000, and Eagle would be $30,000. What I'm going to do is, if I like Eagle's pricing, I'm going to click pick this building. And what it's going to do is it's going to revert all of those right back onto Eagles, right? Now, like I said earlier, make sure that your options do come back. The cupolas are going to be something that I just want you to always double check. And we have them there. We didn't lose our spacing of our doors. We didn't lose anything else with our frame outs or our back storage or anything else like that. So we're still good there. Now, when I'm ready, I'm going to click this 2D drawing up here. What this 2D drawing is called is will it fit? This is how you know if your boats, your RVs, your cars, are they going to fit properly? As you can see, we have our cupolas here. We have our wall that separates our back storage, and we have our doors, right? I'm going to get a sports car here. And I'm going to put it in here. As you can see, it gives us the dimensions from left to right, top and bottom. So I'm going to pull this all the way up, about 6 feet in front. And then for this back storage, let's say that this is going to be more of a hangout area, maybe a man cave or something like that. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to click this pool table. I'm going to put it here. I don't like the direction of that pool table. So what I'm doing is I'm going to click the rotate button. Right? We're going to rotate that. We can also change the size. Change this button here. We can make this car bigger and or smaller to closely resemble the size of the vehicle. It is currently 6 foot wide by 13.5 feet long. Here we have our pool table, and we are good to go to show the customer it will fit. I'm going to click I'm done, click confirm. To get that will it fit and the 2D drawing onto your quote, you click preview, and we're going to click add to quote / order. Right? So once we've done that, we've checked our payments, we make sure everything is correct. We're even going to add a 15% manufacturer surcharge discount in there. We look at our tax details. 28650 is pulling at 7%, 2030, hit tab, and then we're going to put that at 7.5%. Or they can be tax exempt, or if they have an additional tax, you can click add here. Sometimes in Florida, they do have that surtax, but that's how you would do that. And you're good. At that point in time, you are going to click save. You're going to add that lead information here, YouTube test. We're going to click OK, save one more time, and it's going to take the pictures. Now, we looked at it earlier. We can take manual photos. I do like how the system takes photos and all the angles because it covers the entire building, shows you everything that you need to see. So I do like that. What it's doing currently when it's waiting, it's taking photos. It is generating a quote form. It's attaching your 2D will it fit and your 2D drawings all onto one form, and it's saving in your Sensei system so that you never lose this quote. Once a quote is saved, we do not lose any information. We don't lose the test the lead information for you to test, anything like that. And that's Sensei 3D. That's how you navigate the 3D designer. If you have questions, rewind this video, go to the spots that you need to see, make sure that you ask us questions. Anything that we can do to help, we are always able to do. So thank you so much. If you would like to get back to our quote page, if you click the view quote here, it will take you to the quote for Sensei YouTube test. There you go, right there. Check out our other videos to see how you can send this to an email, convert it to an order, generate a contract, and share it with your manufacturer for live updates on those order stages. Once again, thank you guys so much for checking us out. If you have any questions, make sure to give us a call at 336-756-6147, or you can find us at email at chase.willis@senseidigital.com. That's SENSEI digital.com. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are on your way to becoming Sensei Masters, and we look forward until next time. Thank you.